Alright, welcome to another video. So today what we're going to try to do is fix a lighting issue. So right now I'm just using the office lights. There's two light bulbs. Obviously you can see a lot of shadows and all that good stuff. It all comes from up above there, and that is it. We're going to try to fix it. So what I did is I did some research, some little research, and learned about 3-point lighting and so forth. So really, to fix this, I think we'll need, plenty of lighting, of course, not just the overhead ones. And they'll talk about, your key light, having a light, say, over on your left side, and then a fill light on your right side, and then a backing light with a diffused light. And that would be, technically, we're looking down, so that would have to be coming from up here. So I did some research, and I wanted something, cheap, not too expensive. And a simple and consistent solution. So I was looking at the Elgato lights, and they had some pretty good Black Friday deals for pretty cheap. All the lighting for under 200 bucks with a diffuser as well. So we're going to have basically a main key light here, and then the fill light, and then the backing light, and then try to diffuse that. So I'm going to kind of go over it here. Actually, the first light I already have over here is the main light. It's the, I'll put the Amazon picture here for you. But it's just the main fill light for the key light, which gets pretty bright. I won't turn it on yet. What I'm going to do is go ahead and describe all the different lights here and the setup, and then at the end we'll have all the lights going and see if that fixes anything. Alright, so yeah, the key light, air was the first one, and let's look at the second one here. Do an unboxing here. So here is the key light mini for the fill light. So go ahead and open this up. Get my trusty knife over here. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Put the box over here. Looks like a key light mini instruction manual. Probably a lot of the same setup as the key light air that I've already have set up on my laptop over here, where I can adjust it. Right now it's over on this side. I just don't have it on yet until the end here. So I'll put that to the side. Alright, oh, there's the light. Okay, let's see what we have in here. There's a power cable. It's a rechargeable. That's an interesting cable. I'll show you that in a bit. I think that's another piece of paper there. Put this off to the side. Yeah, let's look at this cable. It looks like a lot of people are not including the wall wart. It's just simply a USB here, and you just have to come up with your own. Luckily I do have a whole bunch of those, but wow, that's a long cable. I'm going to give an estimate here, take it off, probably about a 6-foot cable. And again, this is supposed to be rechargeable. I will actually put the Amazon product page here and put it up somewhere up here for you to look at while I'm undoing this cable. Alright. Okay, here we go. So now we have the light. Oh, pretty solid here. Plastic. That's kind of a nice little clouded plastic there. Yeah, it's a pretty solid light. And let's see, there's the battery charge here. Oh, there we go. And there's the charging point. I'm going to show you the end of this. It's kind of interesting. So you could use a standard USB, but see how it's kind of hooked around like that? So it's probably meant, yeah, to sit like this around the back. Kind of cool. Go ahead and put this over here. Alright, let's see. I wonder if there's any charge in it. Let's see. And I can do it without blinding myself. Alright, those are just little feet. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's probably if it's hooked up Bluetooth. A little light there, I think. And then your charge. Alright, let's do this without blinding. Okay, here we go. It's one push no. I'm guessing it's going to be a hold. nothing, so let's try putting this up. Okay, let's try another push. Alright, yeah, it might be completely dead. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go try to charge that up. I'll go plug that in and I'll be right back. Alright, so now we have it charged, or not charged, but at least plugged in, as you can see. There's the one light there blinking. Maybe you can't see it. So yeah, it's way at the end, so it's definitely dead battery. But let's see if we can turn it on while it's charging. Let's just push the button. No. Do a push and hold. There you go. Alright, cool. Not to blind myself, but yeah, works pretty good. And what's this? This is probably a dimmer. Oh wow, it gets even brighter. Okay. Alright, yeah, that'll work as a great fill light, I think. Using my limited experience with lighting, yes, that'll make a great fill light. Alright, so yeah, I can put it. Wow, okay, that's bright. Yep, that'll work nice. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll let that charge. I'll turn that off now. And we'll bring that in with all the other lights at the end of the video here. Let me get the next box. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. So here's the other light strip. Now what I think I'm going to do with this is I'm going to wrap it around, since I don't want to stick it on the ceiling or anything, I'm going to wrap it around the supporting arm that's supporting the camera up here. And I'm just going to wrap it around there and plug it in that way and have it, you know, shine the light down and see if that works. And then, yeah, so let's get this one open. Alright. Box aside. Another manual, a little thinner than the other one. There's really small text that I can read anymore. Oh, okay. It's telling you where you can cut it. And this one will hook up to the Wi-Fi as well. So put that on the side. Alright, cool. So yeah, we have our setup here. We have a little Velcro we can take off. Oh, that might be useful for attaching it to the top here too, so I'm going to save those for sure. Alright, okay. Little plug in here. And a big light strip. Wow, that goes for quite a while. It's really thick too. I don't know if you can see that. See how thick that is? So it's really good quality. And it's all coated too. The really thick, ooh, gummy kind of a plastic on the front. Well, that'll be nice. Yeah, that'll be plenty of lighting. I might actually wrap it all the way up and back around the arm here. Okay, cool. And what's that? Oh, it's part of the sticker here. Alright, cool. So now let's get this one set up. Let me wind this up again, and as you can see, I think the video is probably slightly laggy. Hopefully the lighting at the end of the video that will hook up. Make that work. Alright. So we've got, oh, okay, a bunch of plug types. Cool. So we're not here and we're not here, so we can throw these over here. And there's the US plug. Take this out, a little transformer, pop this in without reading directions, see if I can do it. Yeah, it's pretty simple, just pops in, and if you want to pop it out, oh, that's very cool. Alright. And let's see, this must be the smarts of it all here. And it looks like a piece of tape to stick. You probably stick this on something. You stick that on the pole back there maybe. Alright, cool. So let's see. So there is where the transformer plugs in. Easy enough. Go ahead and take this off. I need a better plug solution too, because right now all of these things are plugged in over there, and that's where I walk to get out. And I'd be tripping over all these, so I need another way to line some power over to make that easier. Alright, so here we go. Oh, that's got to be the, as it says here. Let's see if we can zoom in. Is it going to zoom? Yep, lead strip. which is this connector. And there should become some kind of sign here. Oh, there's a little... Alright, I should put that in the camera so I can see it better. A little notch there so you can plug it in. I can't really see that. That doesn't feel like it. That's definitely not it. Let's see. Oh, there's the... I see it, I think. Yep. Alright, see if I can get it. There we go. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and plug this in now. Alright, is there an on switch? Alright, let's read the directions now. So, it is plugged in. I think we have to hook it up. So, oh, there it is. Just took a while. Oh, very cool. Oh, that is very cool. Yeah, it takes a while to boot up. That's plugged in for, I don't know, a few seconds. Ooh. Very cool. That'll be nice. Yeah, I'll put the Amazon product page up here too so you can take a look at that. And now I'm going to show you my diffuser. I'll show you how that's going to happen here. Here's the diffuser, so if I put it here, I'm just sticking it over. Yeah, that works really nice. Look at that. This diffuser is probably about, I don't know how big that is, but maybe 2 feet by 1.5. So my idea on this is I'm going to stick this over here and lean it on the post and back. And so then we'll have these lights wrapped around the camera holder, and then the diffuser will be in front of those lights to diffuse the light down here. So now we're going to go hook up these lights. Alright, here we are at the Elgato.com website. You want to go to the download section, and once you're there, you can go ahead and select your product from the drop down menu. And for me, I selected Mac as well because that's what I want to install it on. And then when you select the lighting area, you select which light you have. I think either one will give you the same software. In my case, I have the Light Air, Light Mini, and the Light Strip. Once you select that, it'll show you the apps. It'll show you, the control center that you can download, and you can also install the phone version if you want here for iOS and Android. In my case, I downloaded the control center here, and then once you download that, of course, you install the app, and then we'll get to the next step. Alright, now you just click and run the program. And once you run it, it puts an icon up on the top here. The Elgato light. And then if you go into your Wi-Fi here, it shows new accessories. There's your light. Make sure it's on, of course, or it won't appear here. You click on that, and then you wait for it. It's going to try to connect to your network. I did this for a light before, so I think it remembers the password. You don't have to enter it again, but it'll still ask for which network you want to connect to. There you go. So I want to connect this light. There's a name. You can change it. I'm going to remove the ending here, the CE57. Just keep it simple. But it's going to connect to my network. And hit next. Yeah, it's not asking for a password because it already remembers it from the previous light. And now it's going to join. This might take a while, so kind of fast forward. Alright, so setup complete. Hit done. So now we're going to check, see if we can see the devices here. You click on the Elgato control center, and there it is. I can control the light, change the colors, dim it, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to go into the settings here. There's the name you can change. Enable studio mode, bypass battery, so you can just always leave it plugged in without using it. This is for that tablet mini light. I'm going to probably use the battery for mine instead, not use that mode. And you set some other options if the battery level gets low. And then we have a firmware version here. It looks like it needs an update of the firmware version. Go ahead and update it. And I'm going to fast forward through this as well. So it's going to update the firmware. And then once it updates it, it restarts the device. I had an issue here. It just sat here forever. And the light wouldn't turn back on. So I just manually turned it back on. But it was sitting here for quite a few minutes and didn't seem to do anything. And then when it came back up, it said the update failed. But when I went back into the light, I went ahead and checked out the settings for it. Actually, that's for the software. That's for the software control center update here. But if we go into the device setup or the configuration settings here, you can see the firmware updated. Okay, so even though it said it failed and kind of hung for a while, it still seemed to update the firmware. And that was the setup. Not too bad. A couple complications, but like I said, just turn it off and restart it a couple times and then you should be good. Alright, so we set it up now. So now we have our light here. As you can see, it's on, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can adjust this. I'm going to do it this way so I don't blind everybody, but we can dim it out or make it brighter from the computer or change the color of the light. Nice. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and dim this down here. And what my plan is I have this little tiny camera stand here. I'm going to go ahead and set it up on there. Let's go ahead and shut this off so I don't blind myself. Okay. There's a little trouble setting it up there for sure. I had to just shut it off and turn it on a couple of times until I could recognize it. Or until the computer could recognize it. So yeah, there we go. So now I can have this out in the corner here. And that could be the light. So here, it'll be off to the right here. Nice. Actually, I might put this one over here to the left, and then from there put the big one over to the right. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, having this little stand is nice. Perfect. All right, now we're going to set up the other LED lights. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to put this off to the side. All right, so let's get this here. So we go ahead and plug this in. And let's see. And then we're going to go see if it's seen on the computer and set those up right now. Here we are again at the desktop. We go in the Wi-Fi and now we see the new light strip there and new accessories. Click on it. Same procedure as the other one. So it's going to try to look around for all the network things it can connect to. And again, it'll remember the password for you if you select the same network, which is nice. There we go, select it. Again, I'm going to slightly change the name here. Hit next to connect. Takes a little while to join for sure, so I'm going to kind of fast forward through. And then it says waiting for the strip there. It's going to talk to it. It's going to try to connect to your Wi-Fi. And it joined. Now we're going to go check out the settings again. For each light, they're slightly different in what they can do and how the setup is, you'll see. So if we go here, see how it's a whole different color palette for that strip. And again, we're going to go into the firmware here, try to update that. And again, I had an issue with it. It'll update really quickly here and then try to reboot itself right here. And it will reboot, but then it just says failed again for some reason. But it still seemed to update the firmware. Because I'm going to go back into it again here. First I show you can kind of make it bright and then dim. And then you can change what it fades to. So in those things, it'll actually change and fade to different colors. And then here is just your solid lights. Right now it just has the purple here, but you can change that. And there's all your different options. You could add different scenes and so forth. Alright, so I set the lights up there. It was a little interesting setting those up, but it seems to be working now. So now I can adjust it all the way down to the lowest setting, which is right there. And probably blind out the camera here to the brightest setting. And of course we can change it. The defaults we made there, we added the white, which seems like it should be the default. And then we have a blue. And then we can change all the different holiday colors and so forth. Doesn't seem like there's a mix. Oh, I see. It fades from one to the other. Okay, well, that works. So it's going to fade through all those colors and that color wheel. Nice. Maybe on some holiday teardowns or something, I'll change the color and make it fade like that. Or maybe I'll just stick with the traditional white here. But yeah, so overall, little tricky setup on these items, but seem to be working well now. So next, can I shut it off? Oh, I can. I can shut it off with the on-off switch. Nice. Okay, cool. So next, alright, I think we're going to test these out. So I'm going to go ahead and hook all these up, and then we'll see how the new lighting works. Alright, we're back with all the lighting in place now. Looks like I need to do some tweaking, but right now the office light is off. We have actually put the big the key light over here on my right side, and then I put the the little tablet size mini one over on the left, and then I do have the lights on the post here, the strip of the LED lights. So yeah, so this is how it looks now. I tried to set it up for this. I do notice though, if I take this up to the white, you can still see some shadows, even though there's a light here, here, and here. There's still that shadow, so I'm thinking this black layout I had here probably would be pretty good, just to get rid of some of those shadows. Seems to focus okay. So here's the motor. If I bring it up, seems to focus well. And let's see, let's get something too, something to read maybe. Let's get this nano board. This might be good. Get this here. It does seem to help with the lighting. Man, there's still some shadows there for sure. Alright. Let's get the camera lens. Again, black, so it kind of sits there. And right now what I have it set at, looking at it, so the light over here, the main light, is at 100%. And the side light is at 50. They recommend half on the fill light over here. And then the strip back here is at about 75%. So I was trying different things, adjustment, but we can do this too. So obviously if I turn all the lights off, you'll see, I'll keep my hand here, it'll get very dark. As you can see, it's pitch black, so if we turn it back on, we're good. So now I'm going to turn the lights on for the room. And with lights on the room, it's not too bad. Yeah, still shadows. But it's not bad either with all the room lights and these lights on. And then if I turn these lights off with just the room on, you'll see it gets dark real quick. Yeah, and it's definitely kind of a blah. Obviously, I have to adjust the camera too to adjust for this light. But I think overall, I think we're good. Trying to look at the camera histogram here to see what lights are taken in, but yeah, definitely cut some stuff off. So I think overall those lights are good. I don't know if I want to, more natural colors. Leave just all lights on. I don't think it makes a big difference if I leave the office lights and those on. Again, still shadows. This kind of hides the shadows though. But maybe I'll just try this for a while and go from there. Obviously I have to be careful what colors I put on here. I can always switch if I need to. If it's darker, just use this and just not mind the shadows. But yeah, I think it's a good improvement. But yeah, very cool. Alright, so I planned some other stuff here. I'm going to be repairing some stuff, installing some items. So I'll see you for the next video. See ya.